didn't put a lot of effort into it, and so now you're going to put that low effort creative, compare it to like Athletic Greens and all these other companies that are doing a great job. Our methodology of putting high quality ads into market to begin with, we probably have a hit rate above 50% on the ad creative. There is no truth. There is absolutely just no single source of truth in marketing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drag and Drop podcast by Creatopy. Today, I'm with Jess Bachman. So he scaled ScaleMint.com from launch to acquisition, same with visually as a creative director, and he started 3 companies himself, sold 2, and would prefer not to talk about the third one. And I took this description from your website. But why we are doing this discussion? Because you wrote an interesting tweet, and I'm very interested to have more context about it. So you wrote something like that: every ad goes through 2 tests. First is against other ads in the counter ad set. To get spent, they need to outperform the local competition. If you put 20 ads in an ad set, technically there will be a winner. So the second test is the one that counts. But I want to talk about the first one.
Sure.
And here is my question: like, do you use the same budget for the 2 tests, or do you increase budget when it comes to testing against ads against your competitors or the one another?
Yeah, so the first test is usually always the same budget. It's about $100 a day per piece of creative until it's determined that it's a winner or a loser. The second test is when it's been a proven winner, and now it needs to go up against your competitors, other people in the market, and in general, just the Facebook auction. It needs to win those auctions at a lower price, and so that budget we scale it to however much we can possibly put it into it that's still meeting our KPIs. So it's not a set budget, but certainly more than $100 a day.
Okay, so you start your test with minimum $100 per day.
That's right.
Okay, yep. Okay. And I will read your second tweet, and then we can discuss more, so it can have the entire context. So the second tweet, it's against your competitors' top ads. Ad auctions at scale are for pros only. Meta doesn't care if you were a big deal in high school. You need to bring your top tier ads because your competitors are doing the same. The problem is those ads need to be in the first test too. So and now I'm asking, and I talked with our performance marketer Diana, and we were like, so based on which metrics do you decide the winner in your test? Like maybe 2 ads can bring the same number of conversion at what, and then what do you look next?
So in the first test, we look directionally, is it going in the right direction? Looking at ROAS or CPA is generally what we do. And that's why it is $100 a day, because we need to get purchase data on that ad. It's not just about click-through rates or thumb stops. We really need to get that purchase data. And so we need at least $100 a day to get that over a period of weeks, sometimes spending $700 to like $1,200 before we know if it's a winner or a loser. So it's really CPA or ROAS are the 2 main KPIs that we use.
Okay. So, and when taking decision based on data, like, do you have multiple sources of truth? Like, do you use any tool for interpreting data, or how does this process look for you?
Right. So I love the term multiple sources of truth, because that's pretty much what it is. There's multiple places where there is truth-like information. None of that. There is no truth. There is absolutely just no single source of truth in marketing. It cannot be found. So you do have to interpret Google Analytics, third-party pixels like Triple Whale or Northbeam, and in-platform, like all at the same time to sort of make a gut decision there. I wish that problem was solved. It has not been solved.
What do you think that are some common mistakes that advertisers make when they don't test their ads?
Well, the reason why I wrote that tweet is because I've seen, we do audits and we look at a lot of accounts where people are flooding the account with creative. They're hoovering all this UGC and they're just putting it all out there, maybe like 100 pieces of creative in an ad set or 10 even, and they come up with a winner. There's one out of 100 that does better than the others, and technically there is a winner, but the problem is that one piece of creative, which could be the winner because it just gathered more social proof than something else, or that one seemed to find its buyers quicker than the other, and so Facebook divert spend to that one, and then the other ads only get like 38 cents or whatever. So technically there's just one winner, but at the same time it's just not a good piece of creative. It's just like a piece of UGC, and it's not high value, didn't put a lot of effort into it, and so now you're going to put that low effort creative, compare it to like Athletic Greens and all these other companies that are doing a great job and spending a lot of money on their creative, and that second test is where people lose and where people fail, and it like dies out early. People complain that their ads die out in like 2 weeks, and it's like, well, yeah, no shit, because it wasn't even strong to begin with, and so it wasn't able to stand on its own when it's like truly out there in the marketplace.
Okay. Do you have any example of a successful ad campaign that was the result of that kind of rigorous test?
Well, I mean, it's hard to show you on this call, but yeah, I would say our methodology of putting high quality ads into market to begin with, we probably have a hit rate above 50% on the ad creative, and I would say that's pretty good. So like half of our ads they test properly and then they go into other campaigns for scaling.
Okay. Every time when you start a campaign, do you start with the entire ad set, like let's say 20 ad set, or you start first with an ad, you run the campaign and then you multiply that ad and see if it's working or not and do the ad sets?
So in the testing we have an ABO, which has all of the testing ad sets in it that have a $100 budget. And there's only one ad in every ad set. And then once it's been a proven winner, we will then duplicate that ad because hopefully it's got some social proof attached to it in the comments. We then duplicate that post ID into other campaigns, which might have different audiences attached to it, or certainly different levels of budget as well.
Okay. And how do you decide if a competitor's ad is top if you lack their data? Like, how do you choose the creative against which to test your own ads?
Right. So if an ad dies, like if an ad starts off well and then the CPA goes up or the ROAS goes down, that is because it's losing auctions against the competitors. I don't know what the competitors' results are, but I do know that this ad that we put in market is failing, against the other ones. And so when the ad dies, it's because the competitors are beating us in the auction and et cetera. So that's generally how we know.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I think that you gave like an entire, a simple, short idea on the entire context on why people should test their ads and start with the ad sets, and then you can also test against you, if I can say that, and also test against your competitors. So Jess, thank you very much. That was all. I told you it's a short interview. It's not the 45 minutes, 50 minutes podcast. It's a short 10 minutes interview. You made it like 8 minutes and you just straight to the results. So thank you very much. That was all. And if you want to find Jess, you can find him on Twitter, and in the show notes here below you will find the links to his Twitter. So thank you very much, Jess. That was all.
Thank you, Robert.
Bye.